Hello, we are going to learn today a few shortcuts of matrices and determinants and then the multiple choice questions related to that. So, the first question or the first point is if we have to find delta, that is determinant of A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, then delta dash will be A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, where A1, B1, C1, etc. are cofactors of A1, B1, C1, etc. Then delta dash will be equal to delta square. How are we going to use this formula? Let us take A is matrix 1 1 0, 1 2 1, 2 1 0. And now we are taking this second formula. So if I want to find determinant of A minus x into I, that means I will be finding 1 minus x into 1 because I have to take the identity matrix and multiply with x. 1 minus x into 0, 0 minus x into 0. 1 minus x into 0, 2 minus x into 1, 1 minus x into 0. 2 minus x into 0, 1 minus x into 0, 0 minus x into 1. This is what I will get. Now, I can write this as, when I expand this, 1 minus x is multiplied to minus 2x plus x square minus 1. And then minus 1 is multiplied to minus x minus 2. I'm finding the determinant here, normal determinant rule. So 1 minus x into, I can distribute it, but I will first write x square minus 2x minus 1, and minus 1 into minus x plus 2 I will distribute, and I will get plus x plus 2. So now further when I multiply, I will get x square minus 2x minus 1 minus x cube plus 2x square plus x plus 2. Or this I can write as minus x cube plus 3x square plus 1. Or if I pull out minus x cube minus 3x square minus 1. So determinant of a minus x into I, if I set it equal to 0, that implies x cube minus 3x square minus 1 equal to 0. This is called characteristic equation of matrix A. Characteristic equation of matrix A, the one which I got. Then I can write A cube minus 3a square minus 1 equal to 0. This is the shortcut method. Okay. The next one more point I will tell you. If A is a matrix 1, 2, 0, 1, then if you want to find A power n, what it is equal to. So sometimes we avoid calculations, that is finding A square, A cube, etc. all these. So for that what we will do is, if the options are given, option A is 1, 2n, 0, 1. Option B is 2n, 0, 1. Option C is 1 2n 0 1 0 minus 1, and option D is 1n 0 1. So I will put n equal to 1 and I will check. N equal to 1 means I'm finding a power 1. So in the option a power 1, option A, I will be getting 1 2 0 1. Option B, I will be getting 2 1 0 1. Option C, I will be getting 1 2 0 minus 1. Option D, I will be getting 1 1 0 1. Of all these, A equal to this is correct. So I can go for option A. This is the method to do it. Similarly, the fourth point, adjoint of K into A matrix can be written as K power n minus 1 into adjoint of A, when the order of A is n by n. Similarly, fifth, another point, if A is a square matrix that is of order 3 by 3, then determinant of adjoint A will be equal to determinant of A square. Similarly, if the order is 2, then determinant of adjoint A matrix will be equal to determinant of A. If the order is n, then determinant of adjoint A will be equal to determinant of A power n minus 1. Then sixth point is trace of A dash will be equal to trace of A. These all are shortcut methods. Trace of identity matrix of order n is n. Trace of a null matrix is 0. Then trace of AB will never be equal to trace of A into trace of B. That you have to keep in mind. Then 10th, determinant of a nilpotent matrix will be always 0. Similarly, determinant of orthogonal matrix, any orthogonal matrix, will be equal to plus or minus 1. Determinant of unitary matrix is modulus of 1. Determinant of Hermitian matrix is always a real number. Then point number 14. If A is a matrix A00, 0B0, 00C, and ABC is not equal to 0, then A inverse directly you can write 1 by A 0 0, 0 1 by B 0, 0 0 1 by C. So these are the shortcut methods which you have to remember. Now we will go to some questions. Suppose if I give you x plus y, 2x plus z, x minus y, 2z plus w matrix equal to 4 7 0 10. Then you have to find x, y, z, w. What are they equal to? In the option A, you have 2 2 3 4. In the option B, you have 2 3 1 2. In the option C, it is 3 3 0 1. And the option D, none. So these all are in order x, y, z, w. So x plus y, you are getting 2 plus 2, that is 4, which is correct. 2x plus z, 2x, that is 4, plus z, 3, you are getting 7. Then x minus y, you are getting 0. 2z, that is 6, plus w, 4, you are getting 10. So clearly, all are being satisfied with A. So you can take A as the answer. So this I did verbally. If you want, you can say x plus y equal to 4. 2 into x plus z is equal to 7. Then x minus y is 0. 2 into z plus w equal to 10. Like this also you can write and show. I did it verbally. Now, A and B are two matrices. Then AB is equal to B, BA is equal to A. Then what will be A square plus B square equal to? So we are given that AB is equal to B. So AB you multiply by A. That means B you are multiplying by A. Isn't it? Similarly, you are given BA equal to A. So BA you multiply by A. That means A you are multiplying by A. So what is A into A? Because A into BA. What is BA? BA is AB into A. Isn't it? So I can write BA as AB into A. See, what I am saying is, let me show you. First, take care on this part which I did. First, try to understand this. It is given that AB is equal to B. So I have taken AB equal to B. Now, both the sides I am multiplying by A. Isn't it? Now, AB, I can write AB into A equal to BA. Till here it is clear. Now what will be A into BA? A into BA. BA is A. So that means I'm getting A into A. And what is A into A? A into A will be A only. Why? Because BA equal to A. I brought it here. This BA equal to A, I wrote here. So A into A I'm getting. And A into A is A. So when I take A square, it is A into, in place of A, I will write AB. Am I clear? This is slightly confusing, but you have to remember what we are doing. One by one, we will take all. So what I mean is, first I am starting with AB equal to B, which is given. After this, what is the step I am using? I am multiplying AB by A. This AB I am multiplying by A. So B also I will multiply with A. So AB into A, I got BA. Now This only I will write A. This B into A I will multiply. Now I have A into, I'm starting from here only. So BA is A. So I got A into A. Isn't it? So keep it for a while like this. Or you can write A into A also. You can write A into A as A, or keep it like this only. If you don't want, we will come to this again. After some time, we will come. Now, A into A, that is A square. I can write it as A into A. Or I can write A into BA. Or I can write A into AB. That means A into AB. A into AB, because I have A into A into B. So this is equal to B. So B into AB will be equal to B into B. Again, I repeat, this is really a bit difficult. If you want easy procedure, I can tell you in that easy procedure also. But let us first study what is given here. So AB equal to B is given. I'm multiplying AB by A. So that means B also I'm multiplying by A, which implies A into BA. If I do, it is A into A, which is just A. That means it implies that A square will be A into AB, which is equal to B. That implies B into AB is equal to B into B. Or I can say BA into B will be equal to B square. That means AB will be equal to B square. Or I can say B will be equal to B square. That is B square is equal to B. That's why A square plus B square I can write as A plus B. There is lot and lots of confusion here, but go through it carefully. You will understand. Third one, A is 3 minus 5 minus 4, 2. You have to find A square minus 5A equal to. So first I will find A square, that is 3 minus 5 minus 4, 2 into 3 minus 5 minus 4, 2. So when I multiply, I will get 3 into 3, 9, minus 5 into minus 4, 20. Then 3 into minus 5, minus 15, minus 5 into 2, minus 10. Minus 4 into 3, minus 12, 2 into minus 4, minus 8. Minus 4 into minus 5, 20, 2 into 2, 4. Or I can write this as, when I add up 29, minus 25, minus 20, and 24. Next, I will take A square minus 5A. That is A square, I got 29 minus 25 minus 20 and 24, minus 5 into A will be 15 minus 25 minus 20 and 10. So 29 minus 15 is 14, minus 25 plus 25 is 0, minus 20 plus 20 is 0, 24 minus 10 is 14. Or if I take 14, 1, 0, 0, 1. This is what I have. So which I can write 14 into I. that is there in the option. Coming to fourth one, f of x is given as log x base 10 and g of x is given as e power pi I x. So if phi of x is equal to determinant of f of x into g of x, f of x power g of x 1, f of x square into g of x square, f of x square power g of x square, then 0, f of x cube into g of x cube, f of x cube power g of x cube, and 1. Then we have to find phi of 10. What is this phi of 10 equal to? So first of all, f of x is given as log x base 10. So f of 10 will be log 10 base 10. That is 1. F of 10 square will be given as 10 square. Log of 10 square base 10. That is 2. F of 10 cube is given as log of 10 cube base 10. That is 3. Write down all these at a time first. Not only these, we have to take g of x. It is e power pi I x. So if I take g of 10, it is e power 10 pi I. And what is this? You can write this as e power, because there is a formula. Before that, I want to tell you one formula. This formula we will be using. E power 2 pi I is equal to 1. This formula we will use. So using that, how will I write here? I will write e power 2 pi I and then whole power 5. So 1 power 5 will be 1. Next, what is g of 10 square? It will be e power 10 square pi I. So how will I write this? E power 2 pi I, because 10 square means 100. So I will write 50. That means 1 power 50, which is 1. G of 10 cube, it is e power 10 cube pi I. I will, 10 cube means 1000. So e power 2 pi I times whole power 500 I will write. So it will be 1 power 500. That is 1. In that way, first I will simplify this and then I will write the matrix phi of 10. So what is phi of 10? F of 10 into g of 10. Then f of 10 power g of 10. And then 1. F of 10 square, g of 10 square. F of 10 square power g of 10 square and 0. The last row, f of 10 cube, g of 10 cube, multiplying. Then f of 10 cube power g of 10 cube and then 1. Now my work is just to put all. F of 10 is 1, g of 10 is 1. F of 10 is 1, g of 10 is 1, and this is 1. F of 10 square is 2, g of 10 square is 1. F of 10 square is 2, g of 10 square is 1, and then 0. F of 10 cube is 3, g of 10 cube is 1. F of 10 cube is 3, g of 10 cube is 1, and then 1. So what I can do here is 2 columns are same. That means the determinant will be 0. Directly I can find the answer like this. Okay, next we will go to question number 5. In question number 5, A is greater than 0, B is greater than 0, C is greater than 0, and they are, A, B, C are pth term, qth term, and rth terms of GP. Then you have to find determinant of what is determinant of log of A square, P minus 1, 3. Determinant of log of B power 4, 2 into Q minus 1, 6. Determinant of log of C power 8, 4 into R minus 1, 12. What is the value for this? So first of all, let A be the first term of GP and R be the ratio. Then small a will be pth term. So AR power P minus 1. Small b will be AR power Q minus 1. Small c will be AR power R minus 1. Now here, if I take log A will be equal to log A plus P minus 1 log R. P minus 1 log R. Am I clear? So log A, I can write this. If it is log of A square, it will be 2 into log A plus P minus 1 log R. So this is what I got for log A square. Similarly, you can guess what I will get for log B power 4 and log C power 8. So now I can write the determinant. Like log of A square, I got 2 into log A plus P minus 1 into log R. So log of B power 4, I get 4 into log A plus P minus 1 into log R. And log of C power 8, I will get 8 into log A plus P minus 1 into log R. The remaining I will write as it is. That is P minus 1, 2 into Q minus 1, then 4 into R minus 1, then 3, 6, 12. Now, I can separate this determinant into two determinants. First determinant, I will take 2 log A, P minus 1, 3, 4 log A, 2 into Q minus 1, 6, and 8 log A, 4 into R minus 1, 12. Plus, the second determinant will be 2 into P minus 1 log R, P minus 1, 3. Then 2 into, oh sorry, not 2. Here I have 4 into P minus 1 log R, 2 into Q minus 1, 6. Then here I have 8 into P minus 1 log R, then 4 into R minus 1 and 12. Now, why did I take like this? I can pull out 2 into, I can pull out 2 log A into 3. Both I can pull out. 2 log A into 3. So what I will have 1, P minus 1, 1. Then because I pulled out 2 log A, I have 2. 2 into Q minus 1, 2. Then here I will pull, because I pulled out 2 log A, I will have 4. 4 into R minus 1, because I pulled out 3, I have 4. So from this column, I pulled out 2 log A. From this column, I pulled out 3 common. Similarly, here for the second one, I will pull out like 2 log r into 3. That means from this column, I will pull out 2 log r, and from this column, I will pull out 3. So I have p minus 1, p minus 1, 1. Here, I will have 2 into, oh, one mistake I made here everywhere. You correct it. This should be q minus 1, r minus 1. This should be q minus 1, r minus 1. So I will have 2 into q minus 1, 2 into q minus 1, and 2. Here I will have 4 into r minus 1, 4 into r minus 1, and 4. So here I can see C1 and C3 are same. And here I can see C1 and C2 are same. So this will become 0. This will become 0. The final answer will be 0. A small mistake, you can correct it, please. Okay, question number 6. A is a matrix 1 minus 1, 2 minus 1. B is a matrix A1, B minus 1. And A plus B whole square is A square plus B square. You have to find what is A, what is B. So first of all, I will take A plus B. It is 1 plus A, 0, 2 plus B, minus 2. Next, I will find what is A plus B whole square. That is 1 plus A, 0, 2 plus B minus 2 into 1 plus A, 0, 2 plus B minus 2. 2 times I am multiplying. So I will get 1 plus A into 1 plus A plus 0. Then 1 plus A into 0, 0 into minus 2. Then 2 plus B into 1 plus A minus 2 into 2 plus B. The last one, 2 plus B into 0 minus 2 into minus 2, 4. This is what I got. Or I can write this one as 1 plus A whole square 0. This I can simplify. How will I simplify? I will take 2 plus B common. So I will have 1 plus A minus 2. That is A minus 1. And then 4. This is what I have for A plus B whole square. Now I will take A square plus B square. That is A. I am multiplying twice. Plus B. I will multiply twice. So A, when I multiply twice, I will get 1 into 1 minus 1 into 2. 1 into minus 1 minus 1 into minus 1. 2 into 1 minus 1 into 2. Then 2 into minus 1 minus 1 into minus 1. Here A into A plus 1 into B. A into 1 minus 1 into 1. A into B minus 1 into B. B into 1 minus 1 into minus 1. So this I will get minus 1 plus A square plus B. Then 0 plus A minus 1. 0 plus AB minus B. Minus 1 plus B plus 1. This is what I get for A square plus B square. Right? So because the given condition is that A plus B whole square is A square plus B square, I can equate the first term with this. I can equate 0 with A minus 1. So A minus 1 is 0 means A will be equal to 1. And then I can equate 2 plus B into A minus 1 with AB minus B, and I can equate 4 to B. So B equal to 4 I will get. That's it. I got what I needed. Then question number 7. A is 1/3 into 1, 2, 2, 2, 1 minus 2, minus 2, 2 minus 1. I have to say whether it is orthogonal matrix or involuntary matrix or idempotent matrix or nilpotent matrix. Which option is correct? So if I find A dash, I will get my answer. That means I have to multiply 1 by 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, minus 2, minus 2, 2, minus 1 with 1/3 into 1, 2, minus 2, 2, 1, 2, 2 minus 2 minus 1. So I will get 1 by 9 when I multiply 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 2 into 2. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 1, 2 into minus 2. 1 into minus 2, 2 into 2, 2 into minus 1. Normal multiplication. 2 into 1, 1 into 2, minus 2 into 2. 2 into 2 plus 1 into 1 minus 2 into minus 2. 2 into minus 2, 1 into 2 minus 2 into minus 1. Then next, minus 2 into 1, 2 into 2, minus 1 into 2. Minus 2 into 2, 2 into 1, minus 1 into minus 2. Then minus 2 into minus 2, 2 into 2, minus 1 into minus 1. So I will be getting 1 over 1 by 9 into 8 plus 1 is 9. This will become 0. This also will become 0. This is 0. This is 9. And here 0. Here 0. Here 0. Here 9. If I pull 9 out, then I will get 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. That is an identity matrix I. So what is happening here? A into A dash, I got it as 1. Similarly, A dash into A also I will get 1. So I can write A is orthogonal matrix. Then next we will go to question number 8. A is a matrix 1, 3, minus 4. I will take minus 3. Okay, 1 minus 3 minus 4, minus 1, 3, 4, 1 minus 3 minus 4. And it is nilpotent matrix. I have to find its index. So what I will do, I will find A square. That means 1 minus 3 minus 4 minus 1, 3, 4. 1 minus 3 minus 4. I will multiply again. 1 minus 3 minus 4 minus 1, 3, 4. 1 minus 3 minus 4. So when I multiply, what I will get? Now I will directly multiply because you all know multiplication. 1 plus 3 minus 4 minus 3 minus 9 plus 12 minus 4 minus 12 plus 16 minus 1 minus 3 plus 4. You must be able to do multiplication so quickly. 3 plus 9 minus 12, 4 plus 12 minus 16, 1 plus 3 minus 4, minus 3 minus 9 plus 12, minus 4 minus 12 plus 16. So this will give me 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That means I can say because a square is 0, the index is 2. Next, question number 9. If A is a matrix 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, minus 1, 3, minus 1, 1, then which of the following is true? A cube plus 3a square plus a minus 9i3 is 0. A cube minus 3a square plus a plus 9i3 is 0. A cube plus 3a square minus a plus 9i3 is 0. A cube minus 3a square minus a plus 9i3 is 0. Which one is correct? So as I told you, the shortcut method, we will go in that way. I will find determinant of a minus xi. I will set it equal to 0. So a minus xi, 1 minus x into 1, 2 minus x into 0, 1 minus x into 0, 0 minus x into 0, 1 minus x into 1, minus 1 in minus x into 0, 3 minus x into 0, minus 1 minus x into 0, 1 minus x into 0. This I got, I will set it equal to 0. So when I expand this determinant, I will get 1 minus x into 1 minus x whole square minus 1. Then minus 2 into 0 plus 3 minus 1 into, oh, this will be plus 1. Plus 1 into 0 minus 3 into 1 minus x. This I have to set it equal to 0. So I can write 1 minus x whole cube minus 1 minus x minus 6. And then I can write minus 3 and plus 3x equal to 0. So how can I write this? A cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube minus 1 plus x minus 9 plus 3x equal to 0. Or I can write minus x cube plus 3x square plus x minus 9 equal to 0. Or x cube minus 3x square minus x plus 9 equal to 0. From this I will get a cube minus 3a square minus a plus 9 equal to 0. Or 9i cube I can write here. So option D is the correct one. So this shortcut method we have used here, which I told you. Going to question number 10. If a plus b plus c is not 0, then I will give you system of equations b plus c into y plus z minus ax equal to b minus c plus a into z plus x minus by equal to c minus a plus b into x plus y minus cz equal to a minus b. So this system of equations has, you have to choose the option, a unique solution or no solution or infinite solutions or finitely many solutions. Which option will be correct? So I can write the above system of equations. I can change it. How do I want to change? I will tell you. The first equation, I have only b plus c. I will take a plus b plus c into y plus z. So what I'm doing, I'm adding ay plus az. So I will subtract ay plus az. Ay plus az I'm subtracting. So this is equal to b minus c. Similarly, z plus x, I already have c plus a. So I'm adding just bz plus bx. So I will subtract bz plus bx. So this is the common trend. So in the same way, I have a plus b plus c into x plus y minus c into x plus y plus z equal to a minus b. Now I will add. Adding in the sense, I will add all. So if I take a plus b plus c common while adding, so what I will get 2x, 2y, 2z. So I'm taking 2 out. Then here also I am taking x plus y plus z common. So what I will have, a plus b plus c. Minus also I have taken common. Here all will cancel and I will get 0. So I can take x plus y plus z common. That means I have 2 into a plus b plus c minus a plus b plus c equal to 0. So I have two options. I have to take x plus y plus z equal to 0, or I have to take a plus b plus c equal to 0. This I can't take because in the question it is given. So I will take x plus y plus z equal to 0. I will write y plus z equal to minus x. Now what is y plus z? From the first equation, if I take the help of first equation, what is the first equation? B plus c into y plus z minus ax equal to b minus c. So I can write b plus c, y plus z is minus x, minus ax equal to b minus c. This is what I have. When I take minus x common, I will have a plus b plus c equal to b minus c. So x will be c minus b by a plus b plus c. Similarly, y will be, x means you take a. So bc, y is b. So c a by a plus b plus c. Z is c. So a b by a plus b plus c. This common trend. That means this is a unique solution. Option A is saying it has a unique solution and we got a unique solution. Next we will go to question number 11. A triangle has vertices, that is AI, XI, YI, where I you can take 1, 2, 3, so that you will have 3 vertices. Then delta is the determinant of x2 minus x3, y2 minus y3, y1 into y2 minus y3 plus x1 into x2 minus x3. That's the first row. Second row, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1. Then here y2 into y3 minus y1 plus x2 into x3 minus x1. The last row, x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, then y3 into y1 minus y2 plus x3 into x1 minus x2. This is the determinant. It is equal to 0. What does it mean? Medians of triangle A1, A2, A3 are concurrent. Second option, the triangle A1, A2, A3 is right angled at A3. The triangle A1, A2, A3 is equilateral triangle, or altitudes of triangle A1, A2, A3 are concurrent. Which one is true? That we have to find. So we will take the solutions. If at all, I say altitudes are concurrent. At H, that is 0, 0. So what does it mean? See, this is the triangle A1, A2, A3. I am drawing altitude, I am drawing altitude, and I am drawing altitude. So this is H. So I can say that A1H is perpendicular to A2, A3. That means as H is 0, 0, the slope of A1H into slope of A2, A3 will be equal to -1. What is slope of A1H? Y1 minus 0 by x1 minus 0. What is the slope of A2, A3? Y2 minus y3 by x2 minus x3 equal to -1. So what can I write? Y1 into y2 minus y3 plus x1 into x2 minus x3 will be equal to 0. Similarly, I can say A2H is perpendicular to A1, A3. So what I can write? Y2 into y3 minus y1 plus x2 into x3 minus x1 will be 0. Similarly, A3H is perpendicular to A1, A2. So what I can write? Y3 into y2 minus y1 or y1 minus y2 plus x3 into x1 minus x2 equal to 0. So in determinant which they gave in this, the whole C3 will be 0. Column 3 will be 0. That means determinant is equal to C. So I can say altitudes are concurrent. The option D will be equal. D can be taken. So I think we will do more problems. Today we did around 11 problems. Not bad. We will do more problems in the next class, and then we will complete this matrices and determinants. So meanwhile, prepare well for the class.